What is a yeast infection? Yeast infection, also known as thrush and Candida albicans, affects both women and men, although mainly women. Around 60 to 80% of women worldwide have suffered from yeast infections at some stage during their lives. It is scientifically called candidiasis and may be caused due to growth of several bacteria. The bacteria can oftentimes multiply in number and thrive in moist and warm areas. Common forms of yeast infection include thrush, vaginal, diaper, skin rashes and nail bed infections. What sets off this infection? As already mentioned, yeast generally occurs in warm areas of the body. Even though the skin can block the growth of Candida albicans, any cuts or breakdown will allow the organisms to penetrate. Oral infections are more common in adults. The older we get, the more frequent these infections will become. It can also affect the area around dentures, under the breasts, in the lower abdomen and even under skin folds. So, what exactly causes yeast infections? Women that suffer from vaginal yeast infection, the most common cause can be the intake of antibiotics or steroids. Furthermore, birth control pills, pregnancy, menstruation, even diabetes can also contribute to the development of an overgrowth of Candida albicans. For people that have a weak immune system because of cancer treatments and such are easily prone to yeast infections, and if not treated in time it can become life-threatening. Other forms of yeast infection can also occur in the heart, eye, kidney and even the brain. It is vital that you know what a yeast infection is and what causes it in order to fully understand its implications before beginning treatment. Yeast infection in women and men. Pictures of a yeast infection are not a pretty sight. Any woman who is not sure whether the bumps, sores, and itching that they are having is in fact a yeast infection can do some research online to see if the yeast infection photos are comparable to what they are experiencing. What you need to look for in a male yeast infection. A penile yeast infection does not affect as many men like it does women. Although it can be just as uncomfortable for a man as a woman. Symptoms of a male infection are irritation, soreness, and itchiness at the tip of the penis. If you are looking at pictures of an infection of the penis, you will see blisters, redness, and bumps at the head of the penis. These blisters can either be white or red. What you should look for in vaginal yeast infection. Yeast infections affect about 75% of women in their lifetime. Symptoms of a yeast infection include burning, itching, discomfort, and vaginal odor. If you have found pictures of an infection, you will see swelling and redness of the vulva with vaginal discharge that looks somewhat like cottage cheese. What you need to look for in oral yeast infection. Thrush normally affects the mouth, but sometimes it can go deeper into the throat. A regular symptom of thrush can be sores or white lesions inside your mouth. This is usually found on the tongue or inside your cheeks. If you are seeing pictures of an infection of the mouth, you will notice a white-looking film on any of the areas I have mentioned inside the mouth. You will also notice red, peeling patches. Sometimes, in severe cases, the infection can spread to your esophagus. There are many natural cures for yeast infections that you can use in the privacy of your own home. Home remedies are much safer and you do not have to take any antibiotics. Most of the home remedies can probably be found in your kitchen or at your local grocery store. Remedies for yeast infection. Remedy 1: Sugar is your worst enemy. You have to cut out all sugar from your diet. Candida thrives on sugar, and if you keep consuming sugar, the more it will prosper and spread. You want to starve it totally of sugar so that it can be brought under control. Remedy 2: Drink plenty of water. Water is vital as it will wash away toxins from your system, including sugars that are supporting the infection. It is often recommended to drink 8 glasses of water every day, but while you have an infection it is likely that you will need more than this to ensure the infection is treated. The more water you drink, the faster it will be treated. Remedy 3: Don't make yourself hot. Do not wear tight-fitting clothes like jeans, tights or any other synthetic fabrics that always make you feel hot and sweaty in the groin area. Go for free-fitting cotton underwear until the problem is away. It is critical that your skin is able to breathe and that you keep cool. Wearing loose-fitting clothing helps in preventing yeast infection, as tight-fitted clothes hold or promote sweating if they are worn for a longer time or during physical activity and make the vaginal area moist. Remedy 4. Dry all the infected areas. After taking a bath, showering or swimming, ensure that you dry yourself completely with a clean dry towel. Pay particular attention to your groin region with this. Infections adore dark and damp places. Avoid using scented toilet paper, using deodorants or scented powder in your undergarments, scented tampons, pads and panty liners, as these might be carrying agents those promote growth of yeast or may even be harmful for good bacteria. Remedy 5. Cleanliness is essential. This should go without saying, but it is vital that you clean your genital area at least daily. Don't go for heavily scented soaps and detergents, as these can make the infection worse. Bathing in hot water, which includes apple cider vinegar, will be very helpful. Remedy 6. Go for cranberries. Eating cranberries reduces the pH of your urine, which will bring about a rise in vaginal acidity. The benefits of this are that the affected areas will be washed clean. Cranberries contain both antibacterial and antifungal properties and can be used to fight the fungi responsible for yeast infections. It can also treat urinary tract or any other kind of bladder infections. Drink unsweetened cranberry juice several times a day. This will speed up the healing process and produce effective results within a short time. If unsweetened cranberry juice is not available, you can take cranberry tablets 2 or 3 times a day. Cranberry tablets are readily available at a natural health store. Remedy 7. The magic of garlic. Garlic is known to have antifungal and antibacterial properties. You can either consume cloves of garlic on daily basis or apply it on the affected region of your body. This will prove to be very effective in treating yeast infection. Garlic can be used internally and out to fight your problem. You can eat garlic or take garlic pills with water, and also you can put it on the affected places by mixing it with castor oil. Remedy 8. Diluted apple cider vinegar. One of the simplest home remedies for this infection is to use diluted apple cider vinegar to wash the affected area. This natural home remedy will stop the further growth of infection. Vinegar works by helping to rebalance your body pH. But it has to be raw apple cider vinegar, again, that you will get in a health food store. You'll recognize it because it should have a sediment on the bottom of the bottle, called the mother. Ask the assistant for help. You can take this remedy as a drink. Just mix 2 to 3 teaspoons in a large glass of water and drink 2 to 3 times a day. You can also gently douche the vaginal area with it. Use a mixture of 2 tablespoons in 2 quarts of warm water. Another method is to add 2 cups of vinegar into a low bath of warm water and soak for say 20 minutes. Remedy 9. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is considered to be one of the most efficient home remedies for infection. All you have to do is consume fruits rich in vitamin C on a daily basis. Citrus fruits such as orange and strawberries are rich in vitamin C, as well as you can try consuming broccoli, which is also a rich source of vitamin C. Vitamin C is an immune system booster. A strong immune system allows your body to bring itself back into balance. Vitamin C, also called ascorbic acid, has antimicrobial components when it's distilled into tablet form, so some women use it to kill Candida overgrowths. Like many other home remedies, using a vitamin C tablet suppository might burn the sensitive skin of your vagina. Instead, try increasing your intake of vitamin C to boost your body's ability to beat the yeast infection. Remedy 10. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is also very effective in treating yeast infection. All you have to do is mix 1 teaspoon of tea tree oil with 1 teaspoon of rubbing alcohol until it becomes milky white. Now take a pint of water and then add 10 drops of this solution in it. Use it once in a week to rinse the affected area. This essential oil tea tree oils is diluted and put topically to the vaginal area. The reason why it is considered as one of the natural remedies for yeast infection is that the compound called terpenin 4-ol in tea tree oil is the one responsible for curing the infection. However, the tea tree oil must be diluted prior for the application of it. Remedy 11, curds or yogurt. This is also considered as one of the best natural cures for yeast infection. You need to pick up some tampons and sugar-free yogurt. Do not get yogurt with sugar in it. Yeast will eat sugar, making your condition worse. Dip your tampon in the yogurt and insert it into your vagina. You should leave it in for 30 minutes and repeat this 2 times a day for 2 weeks. You should try to freeze the tampon before putting it in for cooling relief. You can also eat the yogurt in addition to inserting it vaginally. All you need to do is eat plenty of yogurt every day. After a period of time, this will build up the good bacteria in your intestinal tract and balance out the bad bacteria there. This will stop yeast infections from spreading to the vagina. You can also apply plain yogurt directly on the labia and vulva. Also, you can coat a tampon with yogurt and leave it in overnight. You should do this every night until all of your vaginal yeast infection symptoms are gone for good. You should repeat this process a couple extra nights just to make sure. I have no doubt that most women will benefit greatly from using yogurt for frequent yeast infections. But for a lot of women, yeast infections can be very stubborn. The symptoms will go away for a little while but return shortly later. One reason is that yogurt by itself cannot deal with the underlying conditions that trigger yeast infection overgrowth. Remedy 12, honey. Raw, natural honey has great antifungal and antioxidant properties, making it another ideal home remedy. Eat it daily to help combat the Candida fungus in your gut. As with the others, you can also apply it topically. Because it's rather messy, apply it over the vaginal area whilst sitting on the toilet. Leave for 20, then wash off with warm water and dry gently. Remedy 13, cold coconut oil or cinnamon oil. Coconut oil is a fatty oil derived from the flesh of the coconut. You can try using cold coconut oil or cinnamon oil. Both of these oils are known to have antifungal properties and will be very beneficial in killing the yeast responsible for the infection. Take any one of these oils and then apply it to the affected area 2 to 3 times daily. To treat a vaginal yeast infection using coconut oil, be sure to buy pure, organic coconut oil. You can apply the oil directly to the affected area. Remedy 14, boric acid. Boric acid is known to have antifungal and antiseptic properties. You can use boric acid to treat yeast infection. Research shows that boric acid suppository capsules appear to be very effective against yeast infections, particularly those caused by non-albicans species. An early study found that boric acid suppositories, when taken nightly for 7 to 10 days, have up to a 92% cure rate. Remedy 15, probiotics. These are a renowned cure for yeast infection. They are live microbial organisms that can be found normally in the digestive tract and vagina. Probiotics are sometimes identified as friendly bacteria. This restrains the development of possible damaging organisms like the Candida. Because of this, the probiotic supplements have been explored as a natural treatment for yeast infection. Remedy 16, oil of oregano. Oil of oregano can be a wonderful supplement to take when you want to fight a yeast infection. Oregano itself is a wonderful help for aiding the digestive system as well as for killing bacteria and yeast. It is important, however, that you realize that you should never confuse this supplement with the spice oregano that is used in the kitchen for seasoning. The difference is that the supplement that is used to treat a yeast infection is actual oil of oregano, otherwise known as oregano vulgar. Oregano oil is right in a number of volatile oils that are powerhouses for eliminating fungi. These volatile oils include carvacrol, thymol and several others. Remedy 17, tan albit. It is also a good cure for yeast infection. This is an oral capsule that contains organic substance, not chemicals. This is a mix of antifungal plants extract known as the tannins, which efficiently cure thrush in women. This is the overgrowth or the overproduction of the yeast infection organism known as the Candida albicans. This is normally found around the vagina and you have to take it for 6-8 weeks. Remedy 18, Chamomile Tea. Chamomile tea is also proven to be effective in curing this problem. The whole chamomile flowers are more effective than the chamomile bags. It calms down the itching associated with the infections. These natural alternatives for yeast infection are done for 20 minutes. Remedy 19, Hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is a bacteria and yeast-killing antiseptic, according to lab studies. While it won't work on every species of yeast, some women swear by using hydrogen peroxide topically when they get a yeast infection. Make sure that you dilute hydrogen peroxide before applying it to your genitals, and don't use it for more than 5 days in a row. Remedy 20, Olive leaf extract. Olive leaf extract is very effective in treating yeast infections due to its antiviral, antifungal, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It also can restore the good bacteria in your body. To make olive leaf extract at home, finely chop some fresh olive leaves and put them into a glass jar with a lid. Pour vodka over the leaves until they are completely covered. Close the lid and store the jar in a dark place for about 4 weeks. Then strain the liquid into another glass jar. Apply the solution to the affected skin area. Do this 3 times a day to achieve best results.